Hi everyone, it's me, Joe, again. First of all, I want to apologize for it being so long between videos, but it's really hard for me sometimes, being the person I am, to build up the confidence to actually sit in front of a camera and talk to you all. So I'm trying to get better at this. It's another step of my coming out of my comfort zone. So here we go. This is the next move that Bobby and I went to with my brother. Was we moved to Shadyside. Now the reason why we moved was because, one, my brother lost his job and Bobby wanted to be closer to family because he had family that lived in Shadyside. And also, with all the furniture that Bobby was buying, he was just filling up the apartment that we had there in Martins Ferry a little too much. So we had to get a bigger apartment. So anyway, at least this time we didn't break the lease. I'm happy to say we didn't do that. We waited till, our landlord, we gave him plenty of time to know when we were moving and all that stuff. So we moved. So basically when we moved, it was sort of like a duplex apartment building type thing. Our apartment was upstairs with a balcony, or you know what I mean. And downstairs was Johnny's cousin and aunt, where they lived. So anyway, it had a nice big living room so that we could fit all of Johnny's furniture in there. Now, I just mentioned his name. Okay, so anyway, Bobby is Johnny. I mean, it doesn't really matter because Johnny, he'll never see this and I'll never see him again, and there's no sense in hiding his identity now. So anyway, Johnny always wanted to have a showroom. And so that's basically from Shadyside on, Johnny would have a showroom, which he would decorate the, he had his furniture and decorations and every knickknacks and everything. And it was an area of the house where nobody could sit on that furniture. It was the showroom. Then we had our living room apart from the showroom. The showroom was sort of like his, I don't know what it was. It was just his little his hobby, you might say. Anyway, during this time is when the bad started to happen. I mentioned to you about a friend that, let's go back. Once we moved there, everything was, still pretty good. I trusted Johnny and there was nothing to worry about. But then this item called Web TV came out on the market. And it was a little device that you hooked up to your television set and your phone line, and you paid a monthly service to Web TV, and they would connect you to the internet. So basically, we got to get on the internet, because back in those days there wasn't anything like laptops or cell phones or anything like that. So this Web TV, and I was always interested in technology and that kind of things. I found it kind of interesting to have the Web TV. So anyway, we got on the internet. And once you get on the internet, of course, you do your searches, and you'll search for whatever you search for. You ended up on a porn site. It just seemed that way. You could be searching for dogs, and end up on a bestiality site. So anyway, I found that kind of interesting, anyway, we found, Johnny and I found a few gay chat rooms, gay chat rooms, and Johnny found them more interesting than I did, needless to say. So anyway, I didn't think anything of it at the time, because, things between us was doing pretty good. We liked to have our little alone time. We played a lot of, how would I say this? Role-playing games, let's say. I mentioned them in my last video, but we got to the part where we would play, doctor, patient, coach and wrestler, and massage therapist, and, we just had fun with it, and through these role-playing games, which was fun. It was fun to role-play from time to time. But Johnny started to take the role-playing into another realm, another aspect of it. I mean, he was never satisfied with quote-unquote vanilla role-playing, so he started to introduce S&M aspects to it, where, the role-playing would take a turn into, like, tying up or whipping or beating, and that's when I drew the line at role-playing anymore, because I told him, I said, I'm all for, playing the games, but when it crosses that line of disrespect or abuse or S&M, well, now I have nothing against people that enjoy S&M. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's just, it wasn't for me. I mean, from my past, the way I was brought up, I mean, I came from a very, let's just say my dad was very free with the belt. And I'm sure a lot of you older gays like I am can understand what I'm talking about. So anyway, even though I told Johnny about my past with my dad and everything, he still was persistent and pushed the idea of being tied up or being whipped or being abused. And I was like, no, I can't do this, because it's not, I didn't find any enjoyment in it, let's put it that way, because of my past, because it would always trigger me back to my past, where I would feel like I was 12, 13 years old again, going through that kind of situation. But he kept on pushing it. He kept on pushing it. He had like a selfish agenda about it. Like he wanted to do it. And I was like, so that was when things started to get rough between us. Because I felt like he wasn't respecting my boundaries about the situation and dropping it. And he kept on pushing it, pushing the agenda. So anyway, that's, like I said, that put a little damper on our sex life, because, or at least the role-playing part of it. And when we did role-play, I was kind of hesitant, because I was afraid that he was going to take it to the next level again, or try to take it to the next level again, and I wasn't about to have it. So anyway, one day, my brother, let's see, where am I going to go with this? Okay, one day when Johnny was at work, I was on the internet, web TV. I was, checking out. I was trying to build a website, and I was searching for photos to use on the website, and I found that kind of intriguing because I like to create things from nothing through pictures and music. Of course, you've seen some of my videos, my my Kansas video and all that. But I wanted to build a website, and of course, the website I was building was sort of like my Instagram page. I was putting some sexy pics on there, drawings, and of course, this was unrated, not like Instagram where they're rated. They have their guidelines, so you got to stay within their guidelines. But I was building together a website for gay men to enjoy pictures. That's what I was using it for. Now, Johnny, I think he was using it for hookups. Because back in those days, we didn't have Grindr, we only had chat rooms. And this was the time when Johnny was at work. I told you about that person that came to the front door asking for him. Well, this was the time that happened. And of course, he said, "Hi, I don't even think he introduced himself now that I think of it. I answered the door and he just said, "Oh, is Johnny home?" And I said, "No, he's at work." And he goes, "Oh, okay, thanks." And then he turned around and left. And I could tell by his demeanor that he wasn't expecting me. So a lot of yous want to know what happened after that story. Well, anyway, let me put it this way. When Johnny came home from work, I didn't say a word. I never told him about this person coming to the door. I gave him enough rope to hang himself with. That's the phrase I like to use. Because I knew something that he was doing, and I wasn't about to, it was just knowledge. But, of course, through the S&M role-playing bit and the visitor at the front door, my trust and respect for Johnny was slowly withering away. And I could tell that it was becoming the end of our relationship. So let's just say our sex life in the bedroom after the visit. I never thought that he would do something like that to me. But at the same time, this was during the time of AIDS and HIV. And it scared me because knowing that somebody that I was supposedly be in a committed relationship was, seeing other guys on the side. And with me knowing how Johnny was about how he liked to have sex, which was usually without a condom, I was afraid that he was doing the same with these strangers, and it scared me. And let's just say our sex life diminished a lot after that because I didn't want to have sex with him, especially unsafe sex with him, knowing that he may be being with other guys. So I would make up, so every time that he would get in the mood and start flirting and everything, I would always come up with excuses, the excuse, oh, I'm tired right now, or I've got a headache, or my stomach hurts. I always made excuses, and I think Johnny realized what was going on, and I think he could tell that something was up, but he never said nothing to me about it, just like I never told him about the surprise visitor that came to the door. So anyway, I think that's enough time for this one. So I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you like the new room that I picked, because it's a lot quieter and I like it here a lot more. Sort of more like my office instead of my bedroom. So anyway, I'm glad you're all here, and I thank you, and be kind to one another and take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.